called Tech Oligarchs Love Star Trek, because if you look at I think the three most obvious ones, but even other ones do it too, but like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and Sam Altman, all cite Star Trek as like this thing that they love, and clearly like don't understand its messages. And I'm going to get into a whole video that'll get into like effective altruism and all of that bullshit, weird stuff that they believe in. But fundamentally, what it comes down to is they see Star Trek as this inevitability that they can then profit off of. That they're like, oh, if we make Star Trek the thing that comes true, like if we sort of see this as the inevitable end of where our culture is going, then we can like set ourselves up to profit off of it and to capitalize on being like the Zephyr Cochrans of Star Trek and be the great men who get remembered for all of time. Whereas the important thing that I always think is really important to recognize about Star Trek is that Star Trek is not supposed to be the end blueprint of like, this is exactly how we're supposed to be. It is looking at today and saying, how can we imagine a version of today that is better when we don't have all of our ingrained biases, we don't have our ingrained cultural norms. So how do we talk about what it means to like deal with racism in the modern day, but like we're past our biases of today? But like the Star Trek that we're watching is always very much in conversation with the context of the time it was made in. Like the original series is very much in conversation about the Cold War of the 60s. TNG, Deep Space Nine are very much in conversation with the sort of like post-Reagan era, like neoliberal rise of neoliberalism and American exceptionalism and belief in institutions. And so like if you see Star Trek as an inevitability, which is kind of what Strange New Worlds is doing, it's just sort of being like, oh, we're going to scrub this show of having anything meaningful to say about today, and then it just makes the future just look like the present with better technology. Tech oligarchs love that stuff because it says, oh, we can just keep going on with this system that keeps us in charge and just make the technology better, which is what we capitalize off of. And so they want Star Trek to be viewed as this inevitability rather than this thing that we see as aspirational that we try to reach for and will actually hopefully one day do better than.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, that's basically